Hey everybody, it's a instant trip. So behind me is Canada, and in front of Canada is the St. Croix River, and opposite me is beautiful Calais, Maine. And Kirsty and I are here to do some stuff at the border. We have some documents we have to sign for our future travels. So we're visiting Calais on this weekend. Gonna have dinner in town, pop over to St. Stephen's probably tomorrow, and then on Monday take care of our business before we head back. So anyway, quick little trip, and I'll show you around from time to time. And over there is the lovely bridge across the St. Croix River between Maine and Canada, St. Stephen's, New Brunswick specifically. We'll probably go across that bridge tomorrow. And we're in a pretty little park right off the downtown. So we're heading over this way. So behind me is a little stone monument, and the bulk of Calais is in the frame right behind me. And as we've had a little walk up and down, we've noticed that we have a couple of choices for restaurants. And by a couple, I mean exactly two. So we're gonna go take a closer look and see which one we're gonna try today. So we plan to do a little touring around the area today. We're gonna start with the Calais Waterfront walkway, just to have a little walk right after we've had breakfast. Then we'll probably pop over to St. Stephen's, go down to St. Andrews, maybe pop a ferry to Deer Island, another ferry to Campobello, and then back up to Calais. We'll see if any of that works out. Yes, this little trail goes all the way along the St. Croix River for over a mile, as far as we know. Well, that was a nice walk down the Calais Waterfront walkway along the St. Croix River. It was quite nice. As you could probably see, that along the banks there was quite a lot of vegetation, so you couldn't get a very clear view of the river unless you worked for it, but we did, and it was worth it. So I hope if you come to Calais, take a minute, have a little bit of a walk down the waterfront walkway. All right, we're moving on to the next thing. That is one of St. Andrews by the Sea's famous roaming deer, and their friend, roaming deer number 2. It's a foggy day here at the St. Andrews by the Sea blockhouse. And there are some colonial era cannons, and of course the blockhouse itself. And here's a view of St. Andrews by the Sea from the Blockhouse Park. And you can see through the mist the boats in St. Andrews Harbor. Here we are, overlooking Passamaquoddy Bay from St. Andrews, next to a teensy weensy lighthouse, which we're standing right next to. It's being restored currently. Behind me is Passamaquoddy Bay, pointing toward the Bay of Fundy. We're going to be heading up behind me in that direction, we think, and seeing how we like the idea of taking a ferry to Deer Island. Though it's getting a bit later than we thought, we might not make it to Campobello, but we'll give it a try. Well, we were just too late to make the ferry, but the good news is there'll be another one along in about a half an hour. So we've popped down to Green Point Light, which I'm trying to find behind me. The light's not massive. Let's have a look. So we're a little bit closer to the light, and I don't know if it's coming out, but there's a low mist over the harbor, and you can really see the tidal current moving as it goes from low tide to high tide. Well, we made it to the ferry, and we're motoring our way across the Bay of Fundy toward Deer Island, where I haven't been for a very long time. One of the features, of course, of the Bay of Fundy are the highest tides in the world. Tide's coming in right now. Deer Island also features the Western Hemisphere's largest tidal whirlpool called Old Sow. We're gonna take a ride down to it. We're also gonna see if we can find a snack, but anyway, for now, we're enjoying a boat ride, and it's a free boat ride. Hey everybody, we are at the Old Sow Whirlpool viewing site on Deer Island, New Brunswick, and that ferry that's coming is either the Eastport or the Campobello ferry, which we had thought we might take today, but it's getting late, so we just don't know if we're gonna go for it or not. But here's beautiful Bay of Fundy. Meanwhile, there's a little seal down there swimming around. In that beautiful Bay of Fundy. Hey everybody, we're at the Ocean View Takeout, and it's a little teeny weeny kind of like a food truck situation right here on the harbor in I think it's Fairview, almost to the Deer Island Ferry. So they're not kidding, it's definitely a sea view. That is the sea, and I am definitely viewing it. Well everybody, we've made it back to the ferry on our way to mainland New Brunswick before we drive back to Calais, hopefully to find a place open for dinner. That little snack shack that we stopped at turned out fryer later's broken and they couldn't serve us any food, so we're starving to death on a very lovely Canadian ferry, but we'll definitely find food. Well, anyway, it's been a lovely day in Atlantic Canada and Downeast, Maine, and I think this is going to wrap up the video. So have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Oh, hey!